I'm just going to do some warm-up first, guys. So we're going to do no evidence, no sanity. 10 times multiplier. And for those of you that are new here, do you know what? Just for you guys, I'm going to, I'm going to let the wheel decide where we go. All right, there's my map wheel. Let's see where we go. Where are we going to go, guys? Wherever the wheel says, that's where I'm going to go. Up, Tanglewood it is. Looks like we're going to Tanglewood to continue the challenge. See if I can get 8 in a row. No evidence, no sanity. All right, in we go. Okay, so there's the breaker in the garage. It's good to know. Not rigged. No. What are you talking about? That's not rigged. I don't know. I have no idea what you mean. All right, it's 10 seconds left on the prediction. I'm going to go in. All right, wish me luck. Oh, actually, hang on a sec. Okay. Now, that was a couple of seconds late. That timer. I opened the door and my time... Oh. Concentrating. Can't talk. Concentrating. Oh, I did it again. That's twice I've done that now, chat. All right, let's get the smudge timer on. I didn't see anything particularly interesting from that ghost. Poltergeist? It's left a couple of cups up there. I don't think it's a polty. We'll have another look. We'll have another look, guys. It spawned right behind me, by the way. It spawned right behind me. The nerve of it. The nerve of it. Alfie, thank you very much for the first time chat. It's great to have you here. I'm playing no evidence, no sanity. So that means that the ghost can hunt straight away. Absolutely straight away. So we're not playing with any kind of sanity, which definitely changes the rules. And a demon is no more or less likely than any other ghost to hunt that quickly in the game. Well, I guess a shade. Technically, the shade is less likely. What do I want to bring in? Seemed very basic. It could even be a mimic. It could be a mimic still. You're right. So I'm going to leave that stuff there. Walking around with a crucifix in case it is a demon. Hello indeed. Thank you very much for the follow, Natawati. Feel free to introduce yourself if you want to. Let us know where you're at on your Phasmo journey. What ghost scares you the most? Okay, I think it's a living room ghost, guys. So I'm going to bring this crucifix back so we don't get spawned on. And then I'm going to spend the rest of this time, before it hunts, setting up a poltergeist test again. And this time we should be able to see it in the light. So what I'm looking for the polty test is not big throws. It's whether or not it moves. Whether or not it moves 2 things per second. Oh, it's an abake! Moves 2 things per second. Oh, it's an abake! It just shapeshifted. Have a close look, guys. Have a close look. Well, there it goes. It got the bat. It had a bat for a second. Okay, so that one was an abake. And we just didn't see the shape shift because it was in the dark. Okay, so we're just going to hang around again, guys. We're going to turn the breaker on. Now, you can only hear it from upstairs. So the fact that I heard the breaker told me that it was in the garage. And of course, I looked just before we jumped in the truck. Okay. Did it shapeshift the first hunt, though? Not sure. We didn't see. Now, I just heard a light switch. Okay. That's not ideal. But it's not the end of the world either. Let's just put these things right here in the corner. Okay, the ghost is in this room now. We don't want it to be in this room. So, because we don't want to be in the same room as it. And just as I say we don't want it to be in the same room as us, it doesn't event in that room. Thank you, Abake. And thank you very much for the follow, Slushy Aylin. It's great to have you here. If you want to, and only if you want to, you don't have to, feel free to introduce yourself. Let us know what ghost scares you the most. Natiwati says, hey, I've been playing Phasmo for a while, not so much scared, but the ghost I find annoying are shades, which is actually my most encountered ghost. How are you still playing the game? Alright, let's call it over. Can we get the shapeshift? We're looking for a shapeshift, guys. It spent too long in the garage. Let's try that again. Okay, so let's just park that over here. We'll just keep that on us and keep this on us, and we'll see how we go. Alright, it's more than 25 seconds now from the last hunt. Every ghost can hunt from 25 seconds after your last hunt if you haven't smudged it. The demon can even do it in 20 seconds. But we have seen a shapeshift, so this can only be an Abake or a mimic, guys. Now, the other thing I could do, of course, is I could race out and get a camera. This way is just a little bit more fun, I think. This way is just more fun. It's very hot in this room for some reason. I just heard it in the garage. So I'm going to put this... Yeah, it came from the garage again. Alright, have a look for the shapeshift. Risk it for the biscuit is right. I haven't seen a shapeshift. Come back here. Go on, shapeshift. It didn't shapeshift. Is this a mimic? Or did it just do the sneaky go around here and do a shapeshift and then come back again? Is the ghost messing with us? I think the ghost is trolling us, chat. I think the ghost is trolling us. Very naughty. Alright, so again, we're just looking for the shapeshift. I might even just stand up for this one, guys. Because if we don't see a shapeshift for the whole hunt, then that tells us that it's a mimic. What would also tell us it's a mimic is if it changes speed, if it's suddenly slower or quicker than normal. We're going to have a listen for that first. Yeah, I finally got the hat, but it was so hot in here, I had to take the rest of the costume off, unfortunately. Alright, we're looking for the shapeshift, guys. There it is, Snakey! There it is, Snakey! Mr. Nakey makes an appearance. Alright, we now know that it's an Abake. Not with 100% certainty. It could have just been a mimic that mimicked an Abake a few hunts ago and that hunt. But, yeah, get Mr. Nakey out of here. I'll get censored. I'll get censored. Yeah, oh, I love that little P. That's a great emote. That is awesome. Alright. That's an Abake. As I said, there's still a minute chance that it's a mimic. But I don't think so. Alright, hang around if you're a sub, guys. Hang around if you're a sub.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh my God. That is absolutely crazy. Let's have a look at the prediction outcome first of all. Is it a phantom, banshee, wraith or mimic? Sure is. The believers, you thought you were done. You thought you were dusted. You thought your channel points were gone. They've come back with interest. That is great. This is why I love this game. This is why I love this game.